Hey there, Scorpio. It's Jen here. I'm doing your mid-April reading right off the bat for you guys on April 27th. I already started the video and had to stop. Um, we have your full moon for the year. So April 27th, Scorpio full moon. And when I started doing your meditation, right off the sun was very much on my mind. And the full moon doesn't, well, that's coming out. That's crazy. That totally goes with the channeling. Um, the full moon wouldn't happen if it wasn't opposite the sun, right? So this opposition makes the moon so beautiful and full. So what came to mind, if you were given a picture of the sun on the horizon, without knowing the time of day it was taken or the location, I guess, it would be very difficult to ascertain whether it was a sunrise or a sunset. So while things like that can be challenging when you run up against opposition, it can create a situation for great growth and shifts in perspective. Yeah, so there's something, and I feel like this has already happened. Like there's something that did challenge you. It challenged you to learn something new or to understand something new in a way you never had before. And or you're learning something new and there's a steep learning curve and you really had to work at it. And it caused you to really have to challenge yourself to look at things a different way, to be open to, say, like you went back to school, for example, open to feedback and criticism and guidance and coaching. Could even be therapy. But it was hard, but that's what makes it so much more satisfying, and I feel like you're much happier. So the other thing that came up was a change in location, which is very much what the Six of Swords that fell out right side up. And we have three cards here. We have a little bit of we got a whole bunch. I haven't looked at those yet, but so first I was watching this show where people are going to move to the Caribbean, and I was just thinking how, I mean, it does sound ideal, and I've been to the Caribbean, and it's amazing. But the way they present it, of course, in these shows, like you're going to be like these people go from living in, Chicago to moving here, and it's like we are going to snorkel every day and bike every day and do all these things. And I think I'm just wonder if they had that, if they had an active lifestyle in Chicago, then yes, they would probably have the active lifestyle if they move somewhere else. But could moving somewhere um, really change your whole, all your, can it, Jennifer? It paints such an ideal life, but while moving could fix situational issues like weather, or if you live next to a car shop that's constantly running drills all day, um, of course that would fix it. But if someone isn't happy, a happy, motivated person, moving won't change them. Once at least once the novelty wears off, without the inner change. And then I heard that quote, "Where you go, there you are," which I'm interpreting as I was just saying. Location is just location, and if someone is unhappy where they are now, I don't know, is that really going to fix it? Um, Unless, of course, like I said, there's a train that goes by 3 times a night and wakes someone up. Yeah, I bet you moving away from that train would really help things. Um, So I'm not even sure of the message of that, but we do have there's something about travel. And so it's coming up to me as expectations around travel. I mean, the Six of Swords is going from rough waters to smooth waters. So say you work in a really toxic work environment and you switch jobs and it's a more mellow, you just have a better boss or the atmosphere is different, the demands are different. Yeah, it can definitely make a difference. It can lower the stress level. I don't know, but these are the types of things I think you're sort of weighing. I remember a long time ago when I worked at a bank for a little while. I worked with this really nice lady, and we were talking kind of about tough work situations. And she's like, no matter where you work, you always have to deal with someone or something. Like that is just part of that's life. Was kind of her point, and she was very very right. However, there is sort of a line, right, that can be crossed between just stressful work because it's busy and people who just are toxic and make the workplace that way. We have the Judgment card. Let's see what all the other cards that came out. The Judgment card, the Wake Up Call, the Rebirth, the Knight of Wands. Wow. Temperance. So we have some fire here. Some fire signs, some fire time. I did get Sun, which is Leo, and the Eight of Wands. Wow. Okay. Wow. Oh, that really changed things. So this is almost like that inner motivation and change that I was just hinting at, like just just moving. It's just geography if you move without the inner change. And 20, the Judgment card, which is Harvest in this deck, is the it would be that motivation to make a change. I always like to use the example, in her 40s, my mom decided to start running, and she still runs every day at 78. So it's something that sticks, right? It's something that shifts in you, and there's no going back. It's a really solid decision. This could be, people quitting smoking, people, um, I don't know, sometimes people just decide to let shit go and to be happier and to stop trying to control things. I mean, it could be a million people decide to get in shape. I'm noticing all the fruits and vegetables, um, eating healthier. But he's still, I don't know. I'm just looking at this picture, and for some reason, she's kind of, it looks like she's maybe doing all the work while he's just out here like eating and having a mug of mead or some shit like that, whatever. And she's bringing the stuff out. Hmm. I almost feel like she's making a decision about him. And then here she is going off. Like she's moving on, and she's moving on. I mean, don't get hung up on gender, but it's just that's interesting to me that those are all portrayed as women. This is the honeymoon period card. The Knight of Wands. This is, so knights are a lot of energy in the suit that they're in. So this is fire. So this is a lot of passion, enthusiasm, excitement, motivation, all sorts of things like that. Action oriented. You can see in a relationship, it's that honeymoon period. But that's sort of, again, what I was getting at with, if you move to the Caribbean, I'm sure the first, month or so is going to be amazing. But if you're still working from, say you started working from home and you think I can work anywhere, let's work from St. John. Um, you're still going to be stuck inside working and being exhausted. Once, that honeymoon period will probably wear off and you'll realize, well, it's the same grind. I still think moving to St. John would be amazing, but temperance. Yeah, so temperance is like, okay, how do we sort of mitigate or um, temper? That's the word. That sort of, this is going to be amazing, and all that energy, and be like, okay, let's have realistic expectations around how this is going to go. But with the Eight of Wands, it's just movement, 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 things happening, action, action, all sorts of things going on at once. It's a very positive card. For a fixed sign, it can be unsettling because it's almost like if you say you apply for a job where you'd have to move for the job. And maybe that's what's going on. And you have an interview, and then whatever, you're waiting. And all of a sudden you're like, okay, yep, here's the salary. It's a good salary. You got the job. We need you to start in 3 weeks or a month or something. And you're like, holy crap, I have to move, And even though you knew it was happening, you actively applied for the job, it still feels really fast and it can almost set you up for self-sabotage because you may be like, wait, no, it's too fast, forget it, I can't do it. But I definitely do see you moving. I do see you moving. What's this? Some of you may be leaving someone, because this is, I don't often say the Queen of Swords is the divorced woman, but I just see, I don't know, I just see someone sick of their shit and leaving. Now, I guess I'm sort of confused as to why she's so excited to move on. It's interesting. Is that the sunrise or the sunset? Does it matter? But the person leaving to me seems really like excited about it. Maybe it really has gotten to the point where, or leaving a job. So yeah, okay. So if it's leaving a job, you may be like, I am ready for a new career, a new scenery, new everything. This is an opportunity, and so that could really be exciting. But if it's a relationship, it could be, with judgment that is it, like the wake up call, the I'm done with this shit. I'm not, or just plain not even so much directed towards the other person. I am not happy, and I've gotten complacent, and that grind, kind of like that feeling I was talking about. Yeah, you moved to the Caribbean, it's great, or the Caribbean, however you say it, but after a month or so, you're still inside working most of the day, and that. So maybe that sort of feeling, you realize, no, I really need to make some significant changes here. She looks too like she's almost like I guess it's her scarf. Maybe she had ignored red flags. But when I first looked, it looked like that was her hand and she was dropping stuff into the ocean. Either feeding something or almost like a ritual, like releasing something. So there's that, tying back to that full moon in Scorpio on the 27th. Things came, the still waters run deep with Scorpio, the depth of things. And it's like something got brought to the surface, maybe. And it's being released and let go, and the waters will then calm down. Now, the Queen of Swords, she's very intelligent. She could be a or this could be an air sign. Doesn't have to be a woman. Oh, I'm sorry. But she's very funny, articulate, well spoken, well written, writes well, is good with words, maybe a writer. It could be journaling. It could be a lawyer. It could just be legal things, contracts if you're buying a place or renting a place and things like that. Yeah, but I see a big shift kind of all at once. And I think it is somewhat centered around that full moon. You're going to kind of be like, damn, that. I guess that all happened really fast. And I also wrote down Libra and Aquarius. So I'm not sure if you have connection to that time period, if something was started in the time of Aquarius, which is end of January into February. And Libra is, it's Libra, excuse me, end of August. No, yeah. No, Libra is end of September into October. Sorry about that. All right, well, I will leave it there. That is your reading. Thank you, Scorpio. Take care.